Hey guys, it's Storm Fury with another video review. This time it's over Hero of Sparta for the PSP. Now I'm just going to go to a level real quick to show you this game. This game is pretty much, to be put it blunt, a knockoff of God of War, but for a really cheap price. And it's not nearly as violent and all that. Well, the game's still fairly violent, but it doesn't get nearly as bloody or graphical as God of War games. Alright, let me just... I already have all the items because I've beaten the game. So let me just show you some of the gameplay real fast so you know what it is. The game is very basic God of War-like, but I actually do like how simple it is. It reminds me of a PlayStation 1 game, kind of. The graphics on this game don't look too bad, as you can see, considering how small the file size for this game is, and all that. And it doesn't really ever slow down. Like, it'll even have, like, some later levels, you have, like, about 25 enemies at once on the screen, and it doesn't slow down at all. Although the animation in this game's a little choppy, I don't mind it, because I look at it like a PlayStation 1 game, kind of. But, some of the controls in this game are kind of weird, like the block button, is R, but when you're running, he just does like a little dash attack kind of thing. One thing I do like is all the various objects, like weapons you can get in this game, and you can upgrade all of them. And rather than having different magics, all of the magics, as I call them, even though it's called special attacks in this, are associated with the weapon. So you'll know exactly what you're getting. Let me just kill these guys first and I can show you some of the magic. The game is very addicting though. Like, I found myself playing it. The storyline in this game is rather simple but hard to follow because of how simple it is. You're King Argos. I think that's how you say his name. The game doesn't have any voice acting, so I don't know for sure. And I'm guessing something happened on his Voyager ship or something, and he's been stranded away from his home. So now he's trying to get back there, but he has to work for the gods to get back there, I guess. I don't know. The game doesn't explain much of the story that well to you, but it doesn't really need to, considering this is kind of a quick, you're bored, so play it kind of game. But here's some of the magic. Let me just switch. You get the little lighting thing. It's kind of like Poseidon's Rage. You get the slam it on the ground magic. Oh, I gotta... Well, anyways, you shoot this one and it makes like makes it rain down arrows. This axe, he throws it like a boomerang. With these two swords, he makes like an earthquake kind of deal. But you can switch the weapons on the spot, so you can use any weapon at any time. And let me upgrade one if I can. You can upgrade it. Looks very similar to God of War. Like, you upgrade the special or the weapon itself. And what's pretty cool is when you fully upgrade it, the weapon itself changes visually. Like, this looked like a gray, dull sword originally. I wish I could show it to you guys, but it originally showed as a dull gray sword, but now it looks like a really badass golden claw-like sword. I got this one for free because I have custom firmware, but got it off 4Shared. But for like, I think it's about $12 or so, or about 8, around in between 8 and 12, I think. I'm not for certain. But for that price, it's a really good pickup. Like, it's an extremely addicting game. It's very well made. Like, the game doesn't really feel flawed at all, except for the animations being kind of weird at times. But like I said, I imagine it like a PS1 game, so I'm not really looking for perfection in the animations. If you don't have this extra 20-something dollars to spend on God of War, this is a good ulterior for it. Even if you do have God of War, this is a pretty fun game either way. Mainly because I like the different take on Greek mythology the game has, where you're helping the gods. The only thing I dislike a lot is how simple the story is in this. Even though I said it was okay earlier, now that I think about it a little bit more, they have a storyline to it, but it hardly explains it in any capacity. Like, you're just kind of doing stuff, and it doesn't really, I don't think it even says the name of the chick you're helping out. Oh, by the way, spoiler alert, you're helping out this chick that looks like a great fairy from Legend of Zelda. But that's kind of all I know about her. It doesn't really explain. I know you try killing her later, but not really. But anyways, the game's cutscenes look pretty cool. Most of the ones involving him jumping from gigantic leaps and all that. Another thing I'm just going to say is the bosses in this game are very disappointing. I think there's about 4 bosses, and if you're wondering what they are, I might as well tell you. You get to fight a gigantic Cyclops, Cerberus, and Hades are the bosses in this game. There might be another boss, but I don't think there is. I think that's the only bosses in this game. But they had potential. The final boss, Hades, was very disappointing. I remember I beat it today, and it was really easy. I mean, the boss fights in this game are ridiculously easy, even on hard mode, or hero difficulty as it says. They are not very challenging in the slightest. But with all that aside, the game's good. It's really a fun game. And I usually play games based off of how fun they are. So I would rate this game about an 8 out of 10 for that. It loses points mainly because of the storyline it has. But I would highly recommend you getting this game, whether it be like custom firmware way or buying it off PSN. Doesn't really matter. The game's also for 3DS and Android phones. I haven't bought it on my 3DS because I'd rather get it free for my PSP. PSP's easier to view since I'm using my 3DS to film it anyways. But anyways, I'm getting off topic. If you liked the video, click like, subscribe, comment, whatever you want. Say what you think about this game. I personally think it's a good game. And if you're like on the verge of not getting it, just get it. You'll feel good that you did. Although, I mean, just the minor problems, nothing that big. The game is well built. I'm surprised with how well they did this. So yeah, thanks for watching. This has been Storm Fury 12 on Hero of Sparta for the PSP.